The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Dolphins, next on Madden Football.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Well, the Jets offense ready to take over, and they do so behind the now 40-year-old quarterback. He hit that milestone back on December the 2nd. Here is Aaron Rodgers.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. We always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who have stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to the 39. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Two and now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyler Kroft, 28 yards. And the Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
Here's third down and 4. And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they at one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Couple of Alabama guys here. 2 to Waddle for the Miami first. Up the middle, Achane. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From midfield, here's Tua. And he's got his big tight end here. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
A run straight ahead with Achane. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide, finding space at the 40, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yard.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. So we got a traffic there, and that's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill's got another one. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And there they got him the ball. Just get him to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins offense heading back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this first half, as he'll try again on 1st down here. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 21, here's second down and 3. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Running right, here's Achane. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 43, here's a second down and 6.
It's now second and 6.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And New York set to take the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Cobb. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Rodgers throw taken in by Rucker. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Rodgers. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. And again, it's Rodgers. That's caught left side. Rucker with it. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Tua to try again on second down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now Tua. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Caught. It's Wilson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tua going to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Achane. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. 35-21, the final score. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He's got 2 touchdown passes already, but he's also thrown 2 interceptions. So it was feast or famine whenever his guys had the football.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down, a run by Achane. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
His second catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year, and look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say that this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. 9 touchdowns for the rookie in the regular season, and he's got his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it's certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Caught by Cobb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. The give now to Abanikanda. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To throw is Rodgers. A quick throw there is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This is caught with a catch right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard. On play action, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
2nd and 6. Achane on the counter.
And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 43-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Short throw hauled in by Kraft. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
A give, running right, Achane.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 24. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Randall Cobb. 75 yards. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Tua now on 1st down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Tua sets up to pass it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. And they'll give this to Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Going right back to Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 and now on 1st down. Little short pass here to Hill. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Achane gets it from the gun. Down to about the 22 here. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets triumph, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and goal from the 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Achane. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Achane with it. And this time he is in. Devon Achane saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line. Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest. Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball. Now Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's going to be a gain of 13 there as they convert by a good 3 yards on 4th down. Now Rodgers. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Out right, he's got Ruckert. The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.